Good morning from Carroll County Broadcasting. I'm Anthony Ryder, and I've got a special guest in the studio with me this morning. I've got Mr. Mike McKelvey, and Mike, you are the Office of Emergency Management Director for Carroll County, and thanks for coming in and talk to me this morning.
You bet. Very, very happy to be here.
Yeah, so there's some upgrades been going on around the county, some new towers being built. And that's why we've asked you in here. Wanted to kind of get the scoop and inform people what's going on, what the upgrades are looking like, what we're doing here. So new towers for our first responders, and of course that's going to have a lot of benefits for the county. But how many towers have we built?
So the county currently has built 2 towers. We've just finished the last tower out on 23 Highway south of Eureka Springs there. And then previously, the tower we built before that one was up in the Holiday Island area so that we could better serve those areas. Once we started doing the programming of where we needed more towers, that was the area of concern. So that's the 2 places that we built the new 2 towers. With an additional, we'll still use the other, so we'll have a total of 5 towers with the new system.
All right. So most of the time, whenever these towers are used, you basically just rent the tower and you put your equipment on the tower. But the county is actually doing these in an effort. My understanding is to save money down the road.
Correct. So, leasing the tower space can be very expensive. So it's feasible to build the 2 new towers and have these paid off, in a lot quicker time than continuing to pay a high dollar lease, especially in the areas we were looking at that
right.
The rent was very high to rent this tower space. So it was more feasible for us to go ahead and build the 2 new towers.
Absolutely. So I know this is going to be beneficial for our first responders. What are some of the things that this is going to help them with?
So one of the big things is interoperability between departments. We went with a Phase 2 P25 system, which one of the reasons we went with that was for grant purposes with FCC, and that makes a huge difference when you're trying to get funding for a lot of these rural fire departments. And one of the biggest things that you won't have to, these officers and firefighters and first responders won't have to do anymore is they won't have to change channels when they go across the county. These radios just find, kind of like your cell phones work, they find the strongest signal, and that's the tower that they go to. And so these officers, if they get out of their car and get in a foot pursuit, or firefighters, when they get out of the truck, they're not going to have to worry about finding the right tower to talk to like they currently have to. They can literally just turn their radios on and it's going to find the strongest tower to talk to. So safety with these are huge, and the interoperability with departments, giving us able to talk to each department, through the system is going to be amazing.
Right. So, talking about that with the radios being able just to basically go to whatever the strongest tower is, the best signal is, that seems to me like probably there's some other upgrades going on besides just the towers, maybe some other equipment. So what's some other upgrades that are happening and that are going to be coming in the next little bit?
We've upgraded some of the console stuff down at dispatch, and we're actually in the budget. We've included a backup dispatch at the Eureka Springs Police Department dispatch. So if we have an incident to where something happens in the Berryville dispatch, we'll be able to now send someone over to Eureka Springs and pick up the traffic for the county over there. And that's going to be a huge asset, in natural disasters or long-term power outages or any of that
Absolutely.
type of situations.
Yeah. So that's going to make it safer for not only our first responders, it's going to make it safer for the residents of Carroll County as well. So I think this is money well spent, and of course appreciate the Quorum Court and the county judge for getting in and working together to make this kind of stuff possible. I know much needed upgrades needed for a long time, and kind of helping the county get caught up and
Yeah.
then ready for what comes tomorrow.
Yep,
So,
and it's a big upgrade, and the safety of it is a huge thing. And we have areas now where the radios and the firefighters, they just can't get a hold of dispatch because we have bad spots, and this is really going to change it. It's going to be a huge improvement for the county, for the citizens, for the visitors.
absolutely. Well, Mike, I appreciate you taking time to come in here and talk to me, and you have a great day.
Thank you, appreciate it.